All right, Brendan, really our pleasure to have with you this session, this interview session with one very young and successful tripreneur, I would say trading entrepreneur. So I believe that we're all very curious. How did you get about, going into trading at a very young age, or like since when?
Yeah. Thank you, Zelda, for having me today. So, so to answer your question, actually, I started trading when I was, I think, about 17, 18 years old. So I was
Wow.
in poly. I was in year two
Mm,
poly. So I used to study architecture in Singapore Polytechnic. So I started because my ex-partner, whose name is also Brendan, uh,
oh,
he got introduced to trading first. So
mm,
he got introduced to trading first, and then in class, then I'll see, oh, he was looking at the charts. And I
mm,
was very curious what is that? Because I mean last time when we see the charts, we might think, oh, this one very cool, right?
mm,
So I asked him to kind of teach me, but he was also starting out back then. So we just found on YouTube all the different, like at that point, YouTube don't really have much education, right? So it's
mm,
all the very basic stuff like what is pips, what is Forex. At that point of time, we started out trading Forex. Yeah. And then I still remember during one of the school holidays, we were so excited we went to Skype. Last time there was no Zoom. So we Skype at
yeah.
I think probably 8 or 9 a.m. And then I remember I had my notebook and then we would just write down stuff like, okay, what is one pip, how to calculate lot size,
Mm,
what are the different pairs, what is session timing. So very basic stuff. And then I remember also very cute. We at the start, I put in 300 USD into my live
mm,
account. And then we went to Starbucks at Plaza Singapura. So we met up at Plaza
wow.
Singapura and then we uh tried to trade together, but we lost together. Yeah, so
Okay.
we did our analysis and everything. Then I remember we lost, but we didn't lose too much. Maybe like one trade, maybe we lose like 30, $50 on our account. And then, okay, actually at that point of time, we were very young, so it was quite a lot of money. Lah.
Mm,
So,
true.
yeah, so that was how we actually started. And then later on, we followed trading signals. So we paid
Oh.
trading signal subscription, which was quite
Mm,
expensive at that point of time
mm,
because 1 month subscription, I forgot how much it was, but we did it for about 6 to 8 months. So we
wow.
keep changing trading signals, and then the trading signal eventually broke our account, so we have to top up again to our trading account. So
Mm,
we were in that cycle for 6 to 8 months, which was a bit difficult, but I would say that we learned a lot at that point of time. Um, because when we were taking the signals, right, we didn't take it blindly. One thing that me and my ex-partner we did was we tried to figure out why they were taking those trades.
mm,
Yeah, not like many other people, they'll just take blindly, right? But what we did was we tried to figure out, like when they send something like, let's say, buy gold at this price, TP at this price, SL at this price, we will go to the charts and see what is the correlation with maybe the strategy that we are using. So that's where we started to learn a bit more about maybe risk management or where we
mm,
can set our take profit, where we can set our stop loss. And eventually, I mean, those trading signal, they say, oh, their win rate is 80, 90%, but it doesn't work. It's not as
mm,
easy as that. We thought that, oh, we put in 1,000 into our account. By the end of 1 year, we follow the trading signal, we will earn like 100,000. So at the start, we were very excited, but the reality is not that way. So that's where we told ourselves, 8 months later, why not let's learn ourselves? And
mm,
that's where we found this YouTube channel. It's called Astro
mm,
Forex. Okay, it's by these
mm,
two UK guys who has been in the trading scene for very long. And they also teach people. So it's this guy called Sean Lee and Eamon Net. So these two UK guys. And they have their own course. I think their course is about maybe 5K to 7K. But obviously we couldn't afford, right? But
mm.
just like their YouTube channel, they always have this thing called Technical Tuesdays. So every
Oh.
Tuesday, they will upload
Mm,
a free video on support resistance, trading patterns, and all these things, right? And then there were like maybe 40 to 50 different videos. So I watched every single video. And then that's
mm,
where I learned a bit more. And eventually, after learning from them, right, and then I told myself, okay, there was one school holiday in September. It's a 1 month holiday. So I told myself, okay, this holiday, I won't have fun. I'll tell myself every day I need to go and trade. during the London
Mm,
session. So the time it was like GBP USD, GBP JPY.
mm,
And I told myself, okay, I put in 1,000 into my live account. And if I manage to profit in that 1 month, then I would, I mean, it's a very, it will be a good thing. So I know that after I finish poly, this is something that I can focus on because I will be going to NS, right? So I have time
mm.
to actually trade. So in that 1 month, I actually did well. I 100% the account. So I was
Wow.
risking maybe like five to 10% per trade. Because I mean,
Mm,
at that point of time, we have no proper risk management, right? So
mm,
5 to 10%, and then maybe yeah, to 100% the account, maybe about not you didn't have to have so many wins, right? To 100% the account. So yeah, at the end of that September, I managed to 100% the account. And then school started again. So that's why I told myself that actually I think this is something that I want to continue pursuing. So in September
mm.
also, because I usually do part-time job for F1. So whenever F1 is
Oh,
in Singapore during September, right, I will
mm,
work that 3-day event with all my friends
mm,
because it's quite a lot of money. I think in that 3 days we will earn maybe $400-500.
mm.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then because I made that $1,000, right,
Mm, mm.
um, I actually told the organizer that I don't want to work anymore.
Sure.
But the,
Mm.
the the organizer said because it's too last minute, right? I need to pay a penalty fee. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I have to pay like $100 or $200 penalty because
oh.
it was a last minute backup. Then I
Mm,
told myself, okay, never mind, I'll just work. And that's where I told myself, I really told myself that this is the last time I will ever want to work for someone.
mm.
So that was
Okay.
the time where it started. So I told myself, this is
Mm,
the last time I'll work for someone.
mm,
And that was in September, probably 2019.
mm,
And from then onwards, yeah, that's where everything started. So after that job, then after poly, that's where everything I started to take trading more seriously. And that
mm,
is really the last time I ever worked for someone.
mm.
Yeah. So that's where it all
Okay.
began.
Okay. Sounds really cool. Actually, hearing your sharing, Brendan, I find that you had that tenacity, right? Like to really find out, what happened, and when you knew what you wanted, you go
Mm,
ahead to pursue,
yeah.
right? So this is I think this really the spirit. I really love that. And
Yeah.
then, doesn't mean that you back up, where you fell, where you pick
Mm,
up, actually, like I always said, stronger, wiser, and richer. Yeah.
yeah.
So till now, that means it's like wow, you have been like
Quite a while.
really profitable, or it's really up and down also in this trading journey
Yeah, I
so
mean,
far.
it has
Mm,
been, I would say profitable, yes, but it has also been an up and down. It has also been an up and down in terms of,
understood. Fair enough.
uh,
Mm,
yeah, I
yeah.
think because from the very day that I started trading properly until today, right, trading strategies have also changed. So my trading
Oh
strategy from
yes.
when I first started is also
Mm,
very, very, very different from the way I trade today. And at that point
mm,
of time when I started, we will think that, oh, that is the best trading strategy, what, right? Every time that you're trading at this moment, you'll think that that is the
mm,
best strategy. But
mm,
later on, over the years or over the months,
mm,
with more experience in the markets, or maybe the market conditions are changing, right? You need to start to adapt. So every time you'll say that this is the best, like for me now, I will say that this is the best strategy. But I know myself that in the next few years, there might be something new, right? And
yeah.
also not only something new, but when market conditions start to change, right, that's where your strategy maybe might not align so well. And that's where you might take
Mm,
losses here and there, right? And that's where the downs come about. But you need to know
yes.
that those
Mm,
downs that when it comes, right, you cannot tell yourself that that's the end. You need to start to tell yourself that, okay, now I need to find a new pattern and how can I adapt to the current market conditions
mm,
again. And then that's where you keep going
yeah.
and going and going. So those downs, I
Mm,
would say, is that maybe when I had to switch a strategy, when the strategy is maybe not adapting to the market so good, I have to go and switch. And also downs in terms of, I think in the last maybe so many years, right, of trading, I would say, I think 7 to 8 years, consistency also plays a part. And
mm,
I would say that I'm not the most consistent person out there in those 8 years. I
mm,
think trading wise it is very draining, right? To be trading
yes.
every single
Mm,
day
mm,
is it's very draining.
agree.
And sometimes
Mm,
you need to take a break. Or sometimes
mm,
when you take a 2-3 loss losing streak, you also want to take a break,
mm,
you're demoralized. So
yes.
that's
Mm,
where inconsistency plays about also. And all of us
Oh.
also have so
Mm,
many things in our lives, right? It's not only trading. We have so many things going on in our lives, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And that's where so many things come plays a part also. So
mm,
definitely there will be downs. The thing about trading or in life in general, it will never be a linear progression, right? It's never just
mm.
straight like that. It's where it becomes a roller coaster where it's up and down. But you just need to make sure that you continue to progress. I think that's the most
Yes,
important.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
correct. I can really resonate with you. I mean, as a trader, yes, and I saw so many traders, I can really resonate with you. We really
exactly.
need a break, and it's never like a, yeah, a straight up or straight
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
It's just really like projecting the market. And I think trading is really important to be fluid and to be changing
yeah,
style,
yeah.
like to be really changing style,
Correct.
and be situational rather
Yeah,
than one and then that's it. One successful trade forever because market also not also inconsistent,
yeah.
right? I think market also inconsistent. But then what do you use indicators to assist you with your trading?
No, actually, okay. So, for me, the whole 8 years of trading, right? I'm my kind of philosophy in a way is price action trading.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, I don't use indicators. I use more of understanding the patterns or the candlesticks or trading sessions and all these things.
Mm,
Basically under price action. I've never really got into indicators so
mm,
much because
mm,
I mean, for me, I feel that indicators, I wouldn't say that, okay, actually, anywhere, it will never be 100% accurate, right?
sure.
And
Yes.
indicators
Mm,
also, if let's say this indicator is telling me something to let's say
mm,
buy, but let's say the price action is telling me to sell, and then there will be a conflict, right?
mm,
So I will try to stay away from indicators because I don't want too much noise coming into it. I
mm,
would say it's quite similar to fundamentals also, like news.
mm,
So whatever the data release or whatever news is released, right? I also try to make it to not let that noise come and affect my trading because if let's say my price action strategy tells me to buy, but the news is negative, then that's
mm,
where I'll be, oh, should I sell or should I buy? So I think it's if I'm an indicator trader, I will also try not to let all these things affect me also. So I try to just over the years, I try to be consistent and just try to focus on what I'm doing and try not to add in too many different things to my system. But I don't see any problem with indicators. I've so many friends who are very profitable, right? And they use
mm,
indicators and they're also doing very
mm,
well. So I think for me, the thing about trading is that, you meet so many traders. For me, I am very fortunate enough to meet many traders.
mm,
And they will always share with me their strategy. I'll always share my strategy. And I'm not that kind that will be, oh, you use this strategy means you're not good, you know? But
mm.
as long as you make money,
Sure.
then yeah, sure,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I
Correct.
will respect whatever you do. Yeah, because
Mm,
the thing is we are not against each other. The thing about trading, why I feel that there shouldn't be any ego in trading and why we should always
mm,
share with people because we're not taking from each other, right?
mm,
Yeah, but not it's not you're trading that way and then I'm taking money from you, or you're trading that way, you're taking money. We're taking money from the markets, right? So
correct.
um
Mm.
I don't think there should be any competition with anyone. So yeah, so that's just my perspective. Yeah.
Agree, agree. Actually, along the years, as we shared, um, anything that came out from us, is like a reminder or reflection of our own self,
Mm,
in terms of that trading. And then, the other party that they shared is like, this interaction is actually a reflection to each other, how
exactly.
we can further fine tune or cannot be stubborn towards a certain,
Yes.
certain
Yes.
strategies
Yes.
and all that, and then we can better understand what's happening in the market. So that's why I think that's why trading cannot be too
Fixated.
silo
Yeah.
fixated, yes, or even like just doing it all alone by yourself, like what,
Yeah.
then we get into this ego
Yeah.
situation, and yeah, we can either blame ourselves or we can get into greed and things like that. So I think it'll be good to that's why I think is it a reason why you progress to become also like a coach or mentor?
Okay, so that's another very interesting story. And but before that, right, I would like to say that Zelda, I mean for you also, something that really changed my trading a lot. in the last
Oh.
1 year after meeting you, right, is
Oh. Mm.
to really secure positions as much as possible.
Mm.
Because for me, since I started trading, I've always, me and everyone, we've always been looking for high risk reward setups. So we're always
Ah.
aiming for like 1:10, 1:8, 1:6 for every trade, right? But
Mm.
something um that I really, because I was so I really, because if you think about statistics wise, okay, we talk about statistics and probability of trading, right? If you have even a low win rate, but if you have a high risk reward, in the long run, you still win, right?
Mm.
If you have a
Correct.
30-40% win rate, you have always like a 1:3, 1:4 risk reward. You're still a profitable trader in the end. And that was what my thinking was back then. And I will still say it's correct. Okay. But something that when I met you and when you told me that, I don't think you directly told me, but you told me in a way that you should start to secure more.
Mm.
Because we cannot think in a way that we want to always aim for high. We need to secure our profits, right? Because that's where the money really is.
Mm.
So that's why I kind of altered my trading in a way that um, if let's say a 1:1 or 1:2, I'm really okay. Because you need to understand that if you keep securing your positions, even at a low risk reward, right? Eventually the win rate will follow.
Mm.
And that's something that you also mentioned to me, like we not only focus on a high win rate. I mean, high win rate is also very important, right? But if you keep securing, naturally the high win rate will follow it,
Mm.
will follow your system. And that's something that yeah, I really caught on from what you told me. And that's something that I've always been sharing to many people. But it really, I mean, there's also two different sides of traders. Will you be okay with a lower win rate with higher risk reward? Or would you be okay with a lower risk reward but a higher win rate? Both, it might be the same percentage gain at the end of the month, but you need to think that the psychology is very different. Because if you have a high win rate with a low risk reward, means you're winning almost every day, right? But
Mm.
low risk reward, which is good, right, for the psychology. But if let's say you have a high win rate but a lower risk reward, right? Even though you might gain quite a lot, right? But Monday you gain, let's say 3-4%, but Tuesday, Wednesday you lose. It's not good for your mind. So that's
Yeah.
something that I always tell people,
Mm.
that you need to choose properly, like which one will your psychology be able to, which one will you be able to control your psychology better? Yeah. So
Mm.
that's something that I just want to say that I learned that from you, and something that I've been keeping up, and I altered my trading system in a way that I find for lower risk reward setups, and naturally the win rate also followed after that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. As long
Yeah.
as, like I mentioned, as we have our exchanges, yeah,
Yeah.
and you have managed to pick up, and because I was looking at the market,
Yeah.
market has also evolved to be
Yeah.
very fast and very quick. So
Correct.
to wait for the higher quantum to profit, I was thinking, we might as well keep even the small profits first.
Correct. Yeah.
Like keep the small profit first and have a more probability of that win
Yeah.
in terms of the number instead of the quantum. That means we turn the math around. Yeah. So that when we find that we have a little bit of loss already, okay, the market has also,
Mm.
started to turn against our during that period, started to turn against our position, then we pause already. I think we will stop. Because
Yeah.
if you're looking at price action precisely, then we have to follow the market price action, the trend up and
Yeah.
down, up and down.
Yeah.
So I thought that that's a style to suit coming forth lah. As I
Yeah.
see that the market has also evolved because too much fear and trust. So
Mm.
trust, I was thinking lately lah. This is
Mm.
a term I've been using lately. Is a battle between trust and fear in the
Mm.
market. So
Mm.
that really reflects in the in the charts. I was trading gold initially, was silver, and I was thinking, wow, this is erratic. It's very
Mm.
hectic.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very hectic, and it's really unpredictable. All the
Yep.
fundamentals in the past, all the technical,
Yep.
the whatever you buy at the low, sell at the high, don't really work
Yep.
for like
Yep.
a
Yep.
certain pairs. Yeah, in this
Yeah.
case, yeah, the metals pairs was like, wow, really really daunting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
so 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 actually, to me, learning in the market, how we self-adapt
Yeah.
to the market is important. So
Yeah.
that is why when you mentioned that you're also like a coach or mentor,
Yeah.
but to me it's like, wow, at such a young age. But I
Yeah.
think it's not about age. right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
how enlightened, or rather, how you're able to adapt. And I
Yeah.
like the part of your authenticity, right? It's like you know where it went wrong,
Mm.
so you acknowledge that, and
Yeah.
you progress it to, yeah. So that should be the spirit which I
Yeah.
like. And I think that is crucial as a mentor or coach
Yeah.
also, because this is where, yeah, this where, like, talk, wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
We really want to, interview you, and let your your this persona profile for a trader is really important nowadays because of so
Yeah.
much fear and uncertainty in the market. All
Yeah.
the more it's like we have to acknowledge what we did, and then we don't, chase, and we got to correct it and adapt it very fast.
Yeah.
So this
Correct.
is where, I don't know, as you,
Correct.
as a coach and mentor, that's why, how do you go about, being the
Okay.
coach and mentor,
Yep.
and yeah, you look at individuals differently and
Mm.
coach them differently, or one
Mm.
to many? Because I think trainer is usually one to many,
Yep.
but usually if it's a coach or mentor, it is more one to one. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
maybe you share your journey, what makes you
Sure.
go into like a coaching
Okay.
position. Yeah.
Okay. So that's where in 2020, early, I think February 2020, that's where my ex-partner, so Brendan, one day we were outside, and he was really my very, very close friend. And at that point of time, I think it was only both of us who were trading. And then from anyone that we knew. And then okay, back in 2020, we will post screenshots of our trades or our profits on our Instagram story at that point of
Mm,
time. But at that point of time, obviously everyone didn't understand, right? Because no one knew anything about trading. And
mm,
then our friends started to ask, oh, like, bro, can you go and teach me trading? And then that's why me and Brenda, we spoke and we were thinking, why not let's teach people?
mm,
Um, why not let's teach people? And because you need to know that whenever someone starts out trading, right, with no knowledge, they don't know where to go. They don't know which website to go and find education from. They
mm.
don't know how much to even start an account. They don't
Yes.
know how much to risk. They don't know what is
Mm,
pips. They don't know what is lot size and all these things. So we wanted to make sure that we help people, right, that can start off the foundations of trading, because we know that this is something that me and Brenda, we also never had. We never had a
mm,
mentor also. So we
mm,
wanted to be the mentor for the people and
mm,
just make sure that their path at the start, right, can be as smooth and just uh basically a shortcut in a way to start learning. Yeah, so that's where we thought about, okay, why not let's start to teach people. So that's why we created a Telegram channel and then we posted on our Instagram and everything, right? We wanted to create a free seminar. So we actually found a place, a co-working space where we wanted to
mm,
hold like 100 to 200 people for free. And then we just wanted to
mm,
just teach for maybe 2, 3 hours. We just wanted to just share everything. And then so we created the slides, we found the place and everything. And then just nice COVID hit. So when COVID
oh,
hit, yeah, so COVID hit, lockdown happened. So we couldn't do the seminar, right? And then that's where Zoom came about. So
mm,
that's nice. We adapted also very fast. We
mm,
adapted and then we changed the
mm,
title to webinar.
mm,
So we managed to get, I think probably the very first webinar is, I think it was probably called Introduction to Forex Trading. Um, we managed to get 100 plus to 200 people to come and attend the webinar.
mm,
And then we just spoke and just talked about all the foundations of trading.
mm,
And then the responses were very good. So the
mm,
responses were very good and people wanted to learn even more. And then that's why we told ourselves that why not let's start a mentorship. But
mm,
obviously we didn't want to do it for free, right? Because
mm.
I mean it's our time and all these things. So we were trying to
Sure.
figure out how can we go and price it in a way that
Mm,
we're not gonna charge 5 to 7 thousand per student. We wanted to charge
mm.
in a way that it will be a pinch to people so that you
Yes.
have the willingness to learn, right? But
Mm,
also not too expensive that you cannot afford. So we wanted
mm,
to kind of price it in that way. So we thought about maybe about 1.2 thousand, 1.2K at the very start. And So that's where me and Brendan, wow, during lockdown, right? Every single day, every single morning, we had to come up with the materials
Mm,
for the program. So we had to come up with the
mm,
materials, we had to come up with the structure of the program. So we thought, why not let's do a 3 week mentorship, a
mm,
12-week mentorship, 3 months.
mm, mm,
Because you know
mm.
that it takes 3 months to build a habit. So if
Yes.
for 3 months, the
Mm,
student will talk to us every single day, then it
mm,
will eventually become a habit for them to continue trading, right? So we
mm,
didn't want to be those kind of mentors that just give you PDF and then you just learn by yourself. We wanted to make sure that every week, a particular date, right? Okay, let's say this group, every Monday evening, we will always have a lesson every week, and then we will catch up. But during that week, every day you can still text us if you want to have like a 1:1. Also can, if you need extra consultation, is also fine. But in
mm,
terms of the cluster, right? Every group, every week we will just talk to each other because every week, right, means 1 week of your trading, and then we will review all of your trades in that 1 week.
mm,
So let's say we got 10 students in one cluster, right? So every
mm,
student in that lesson, they will share all the trades that they take. So every student can learn from each other. What are the mistakes and what are the good things from their trades? So
sure.
that's the structure that we created. And then we also had to create the PDF. So we had to draw so many things on TradingView to go and screenshot, put inside the PDF on what we want to teach. We had to go and write down and Google all these
Mm,
like different terms, all these trading language and everything. So that's where we started. And I would say because at the point we were what, 20 years old? I think 20
mm.
years old.
Wow.
And that was our first business. So me and my
Mm,
partner's first business.
very
And
enterprising. Yeah. Okay. Mm,
yeah, and it went very, very well because the moment they announced the lockdown
mm.
in I think March 2020, where they announced the lockdown, right? That's where everyone at home didn't know what to do, right?
Precisely.
So
That's the best time.
yep, that's the
Uh,
perfect we entered
mm,
at the perfect time, right?
correct.
And
Correct. Mm,
while we see the Google Forms, right, so many people sign up.
mm,
So every single month, we will always release an intake. So March 2020, April
mm,
2020, May 2020. Wow, every month there will be like so many students that were
mm,
joining. And yeah, so that's how we kickstarted our coaching. And yeah, so from there until today, this is me until so from 2020 until this, yeah, it's about almost going to 6 years already.
mm.
Emporia. So
Wow.
Emporia, I mean,
Mm,
we kind of got that name. I remember
mm.
I was at his house on his dining table. Then it was very funny because we wanted to find a nice name for trading, and
Yes.
we
Mm.
like Greek mythology,
Uh,
those stuff. Like even our
mm,
our tattoos, both of us are all Greek stuff.
mm,
So we we type in on Google what is trading in Greek. So it's called
mm.
Emporium. Emporia or
Oh, okay.
Emporium,
Okay.
yeah. And then that's how
I see. I
we
see.
came up with the name. And then the logo was
Right.
also very easy because for us, we like minimalistic stuff, like black and
Mm,
white and very
mm,
minimalistic. So we just created the E logo. And yeah, so
mm,
that's where we started. And then our Instagram and everything, our social media is all like very minimalistic, black and white, the fonts that we use. For me and my partner, one thing why it worked out so well, right, is because both of us, right, the synergy is very clear. Like
mm,
if I were to ask him to do something, okay, and I don't have to tell him anything, when he comes back to me, right, it's exactly what I want. And it's the
mm,
same thing for him also. So we
mm,
can create, let's say we tell each other to create an Instagram post, right? It will be exactly the way we want it.
mm.
Yeah, or let's say we
Yeah.
want to coach the
Mm,
students, right? Whatever the students ask or how we coach, it will be the exact same way. So that's why
mm,
our chemistry together went very, very, very well. Um,
mm,
yeah, and
mm,
we were both just very driven and very passionate. I think like when you ask about coaching, to be a
mm.
mentor, you definitely need passion, passion to
Yes,
teach,
correct.
and also patience. These are the two main important things. You need really a lot of passion and you need a lot of
Mm,
patience because
mm,
every student, every individual, right, will always be different. Some will be slow, some will be fast. Some
mm,
might be um, a bit more difficult, but
mm,
you just need to be patient with every single individual and also passionate in terms of you cannot be just a mentor that, because your lesson is only once a week means I will only talk with you once a week. You
mm,
cannot be that way. You need to,
mm,
like, if let's say a student texts you at one random timing and asking you a question, you need to answer that question. Like I have students that will text me, maybe today. Today they text me, "Hi bro, tomorrow morning you're up for coffee at Starbucks. I can meet you. I just want to discuss some things with you." Okay, go ahead.
mm,
If I'm free, I will meet you for like 1 hour. Let's go and talk. Let's see how we can improve your trading.
mm,
Or if let's say, bro, can I call you for 15 to 20 minutes? I just want to discuss some things with you, maybe asking you some stuff about whatever, and I'll be like, I will straight away go and call that student. So I think
mm,
passion is also very, very important. That's why a lot of mentorships also, when they open, you can see a trend. Some people open mentorships, maybe for 3 months they die. 3 months and then they lose
mm.
passion. They lazy to teach. But yeah, so this is something that in the last 6 years I've been constantly doing.
Yeah, not easy.
Not
It's
easy,
really not
for sure.
easy. Yeah, I have interns also, and it's really not easy to coach them. And we have to see where is their, their high side, their business mistakes, and how they should progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, during army, I managed to get a vocation that was a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I managed to get a vocation that was a 9 to 5 vocation. So every day I will still go to army, 9 to 5. Then after 5, right, because most of the student lessons are 8 to 10 p.m. because after everyone finish work. So that is usually the timing. So just
mm,
nice, I will go back home and then I'll eat dinner, and then that's where the lessons will always start,
mm,
8 to 10 p.m.
mm,
And then every day it will just be like that. Um, but after 1 year, that's where we discuss on opening up our office.
mm,
So that's where I would say it's one of the most challenging for me was, first
mm.
of all, I studied architecture, right? I have no business
Oh.
background. I have no
Mm,
business background, so I didn't
mm.
know how to open an Accra on
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know how to
Mm,
open an Accra. We had to go and get property agents to go and hunt down so many different types of offices around the CBD
mm,
area.
mm,
We had to do accounting. We had to open a company corporate bank account. We had to do so many things, right? So that
mm,
was our planning, and then KPIs. We had to set off like what our goals, our marketing, and all these things, right? So that is something that was very challenging at the start of 2021. So January 2021 was when I mean it's almost 1 year, and we were very successful already at that point of time. So why not let's start to expand? And that
mm,
was when we were 21 years old. Me and him, we were 21 years old. And we wanted to expand because we wanted to, at that point of time, I think trading was actually becoming even more popular already. So we
mm,
wanted
mm,
to
mm,
to 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 also get in at the right time to expand. So we planned this very, very I would say quite properly for about 6 months. Okay, so we planned this for 6 months, and in that 6 months, I tell you, I after army every day 9 to 5, right? I probably went down to see maybe 30 to 40 different offices. So
Wow.
after five
Okay.
o'clock, I had to rush
Mm,
down to
mm,
Tanjong Pagar or Chinatown or Suntec or don't know where, because offices close at 6 p.m., right? So
mm,
I can only squeeze in 2 offices a day to go and look at. Yeah, so I had to go and just keep looking at different
mm,
offices. I mean, everything has to be nice, right? For the office, like
mm.
the square foot, the
Yes.
planning, the pricing,
Mm,
and all these things. So, and
mm,
then every week after we look at the office, because I also have advisors. I also had
mm,
advisors. So every Sunday we will come together, and then we will always discuss, and then we will keep planning. So that kept happening for maybe until I would say June, and then
mm,
we finally decided on an office, and then that's where we started to do the renovation works, and then buying our furnitures, how we can do all these different things. I would say that would most likely be one of the most challenging parts, because
mm,
I
mm,
was juggling army every day, and I was doing all this, like I go and see the office and all these things, right? After that, I still got lesson.
mm.
So I'll be sleeping
Understood.
at,
Understood.
and then I still
Yeah.
needed to trade. So I'll be
Yes.
sleeping
Yes.
so late, and
Mm,
I will be waking up so early every single
mm,
day. So I think that was one of the most challenging parts. And also opening up the office also at that point of time, I was still in the army also. So yeah, it was also very
mm,
challenging. I think but I liked it. I like that phase of my life where, you
mm,
know, now when I think about it, because I went through all of that, right? I know that I'm
mm,
capable to do it again.
mm.
Yeah, I know that
Nice. Mm,
whatever that
mm,
I did back then,
mm,
for such a long period of time, and
mm,
it just shows that anyone, like not even me, like anyone can do it. You know,
mm,
I have no
mm,
background of all these things, and I managed to
mm,
do it. And I think we did it quite successfully also.
mm,
Um,
mm,
I
mm,
had to do like the marketing. I had to do marketing. I
mm.
had to do sales. I had to be a mentor
Sure.
for like live lessons, online lessons. I
Mm,
had to come back during the weekends to also do live lessons. I had to go and trade. I had to take care of my staff because I had
mm,
staff also.
mm,
Um, so many things, and, and on top of all
mm.
that, I still had to go to army.
Yes,
So that
correct,
was
correct, correct.
quite challenging. Yeah.
Mm,
So that
mm,
was a
mm,
yeah very good question. That was a very
mm.
challenging point.
That's good. That's good. Because this is where usually when any businesses when they face challenge and they get out of that, this is where it is really self-actualization. That's really
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah.
whatever that we pass on, you see, the style, the way you behave when you face challenge or you face issues or problems, um, you don't escape. You
Mm,
go and
mm,
progress on and make it. This is your
yeah.
target, very fixated. Just have
Yeah.
your passion and really go through that's ups and down and really achieve that. So I think that's really the traits for a mentor or coach because this
Mm,
is where you will be facing. I think
mm,
this is really like building up your muscles in the correct
yeah.
manner
Correct.
before you can
Correct.
be even in the right capacity to even coach somebody,
Correct.
right? Yeah, so very much is you don't really need certain skills or whatever, but you need the experience of
Yes.
really being through that
Correct.
challenge or that
Correct.
doubt before you can then impart how should you be maybe in the psychology
Yeah.
aspect, how they can actually get up, they can still do it, still on the positive light to move on. So I
Yeah.
think that's really admirable. Yeah, I
Thank
really
you.
like your style. Yeah,
Yeah.
for such a young age, to
Yeah.
to be really, yeah, it's not a coach. It's not many people can do that because just that 9 to 5 job, you just this mundane, don't even need to think too much and then just work and
Yeah.
wait for salary to come. That
Yeah.
one may not be cut up to even be a trader. Don't even
Yeah.
talk about being a mentor or coach. If
Yeah.
you can't even manage our own self, how can we
Correct.
even coach somebody, right?
Correct.
So I think that's good. That's good. So instead of asking you what is your most challenges moments,
Yeah.
we in actually once you clear your most challenging moments, you see success. You'll
Yeah.
be able to see that success. It's just that same for trading,
Yeah.
right? Once we clear that aspect, how when we
Yeah.
face like a drawdown,
Yeah.
should we just cut loss or
Yeah.
should we wait for it to turn around? I
Yeah.
think that decision making, yeah, is where whether how you can really coach those traders into such scenarios lah, which is
Yeah.
very frequently we have such situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So for now, pause a while. Let me see what other questions. Actually,
Okay.
because I'm also trying to think, what will you be sharing on the conference? You
Okay.
see, because yeah, it won't be like it's like maybe they're attracted by wow. So is there something I don't know, like so many years of and with many students,
Mm.
would you have certain statistics, common mistakes made
Mm. Mm.
by traders?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't share it here in the interview, but
Yeah.
you will disclose that because it's like how we gain insights into most common mistakes or failures,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
on hindsight, when
Yeah.
we go into the trading board, we
Yeah.
know to, yeah, get ready or prepare.
Can.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's where we can attract people to come.
Yep.
What do you think? I was just thinking out because you won't be, because as a coach mentor you won't be able to share certain strategies, right? It
Yep.
is
Yeah.
really depending on themselves.
Yeah. Correct.
It's like in
Yeah.
Chinese saying 有招胜无招啊
Yeah.
it's like yeah. So will be, but it's more statistics whether we can collate that and how you guide these people, guide your
Mm.
students, mentor under you, uh, to gain insights into that weaknesses or that failure,
Mm.
um, to have a, I don't know whether is it a quantum leap
Mm.
from, yeah, that means it's like,
Correct.
before coaching,
Yeah.
they face this issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with your wow, suddenly on hindsight, somebody enlightened me. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Correct.
I should go the other way. I should use a different tool, you know,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
reach the next destination.
Correct.
Then it turned well.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just need to, yeah. So
Make a little
so
switch.
and make a little switch. Yes,
Yeah.
that's perfectly, yeah,
Yeah.
the word to say.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be the secret, for to attract people to come and discover. What do you think?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think because I saw the question also, like what weaknesses you see in most of the students and also their strengths. Yeah, so that's something that at the top of my head I also know I know what are the common strengths of good traders. Like the students that do very well, right? They have a very common trait also.
Mm,
They don't
mm,
have to
mm,
be like technicals or what, just in their
mm.
daily life, you know. And also like weaknesses with like
Yes.
most of the traders. I mean like so many things are like over trading, you know, gambling,
Mm, correct,
yeah, so
correct.
yeah,
So maybe you
inconsistent.
can
Mm.
compile the data and
Okay.
present it during the conference rather
Okay.
than, while we disclose everything, while let the cat out, nothing to hear already long.
Can, no worries.
Yeah,
No
maybe
worries,
maybe
no
that,
worries.
yeah. But even if you share the common mistakes or failures or whatever, they
Mm.
may not know that, oh, they also have such until,
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
during
exactly,
the trading, right? Until during trading.
exactly.
That's why we
Yes,
always need a mentor to,
yes,
touch your,
yes,
watch your back,
yes.
and then, how come,
Correct,
quickly come and,
correct,
and then you have like, wow, almost like open up to anytime available kind, 24/7 on call.
correct,
I mean, I'm just like something like that.
correct.
They give me the
Yeah,
impression. So
yeah,
so sometimes is we need that
yeah,
more so during this chaotic time. It's
yeah,
really not like what conventionally so easy to trade one.
yeah. It's
Just follow
not.
some indicator so easy to
Yeah,
trade one. I don't
yeah.
think it's so easy, right? What do you think?
Correct, correct. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
what you said also, you know, okay, for me, because my very first PDF, the lesson, right, which I also
Mm.
got sent you, I will put in like some psychology there, like you must control
Uh,
your emotions, you must be disciplined, all this. But I always tell at the very first lesson, I will always tell them, I say, no matter what I tell you and you read this PDF, when you start trading, it'll be a very different thing. So we will come back to that again.
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
can tell
yeah.
you so many things, right? And then
Mm.
you'll be like, oh, like okay, okay, I understand. But when you start trading, it's a whole different
Yes.
thing again. Yeah,
Yes,
it
correct.
will
You
always
hands
be
on,
like that
then you
one.
realize, oh, like that, huh? Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why every time after like a few weeks, right? Now I'll always tell them, you see, remember what I said in the first lesson? I tell you, you
Mm.
kena, right?
Mm.
You cannot tell yourself, oh, I'm this kind of person. Well, I'm very disciplined, I'm very patient. But when you start trading
Oh.
in a few weeks, right, it will be a very different thing. And that's what you said. That's where you kind of need a mentor to keep them grounded, you know, to
Mm.
keep them
Or send them
consistent.
reminders,
Yes, to send
Mm.
reminders and all these things.
Mm. Mm.
When okay, there are times like oh very good times you know, like maybe
Mm.
for a few weeks like we keep winning and winning and winning. But when the losses start to happen, and then that's where
Mm.
everyone start to go
Yes, yes, yes.
psychology, that's where you need like someone to tell you something, you know, that to
Mm.
just keep it consistent. You know what works, you know what doesn't work, you just have to continue, you know. So a lot of things
Mm.
are that's why for me also as a
True, true.
mentor, I've seen so many different people. Like one of the questions is also how many people I've taught so far.
Mm.
In the last 6 years is about maybe 400 plus already.
Mm.
And 400 plus people, right? You see so many different characters, so many
Mm.
different individuals.
Mm.
Younger student, maybe about 16, 17 years old. They
Mm.
cannot
Wow.
even open a brokerage account. So they have to use their
Oh,
mother's
yeah. Mm,
yeah, they
mm,
all have
mm,
to use
mm,
their mother's name. So many of
mm,
my
mm.
students, they have to use their
Oh,
mother's
my
name
dear.
to open the account
Mm,
or their brother or sister's
mm,
name.
mm.
And then older student is about maybe 60 plus. So
Oh,
we
okay.
have two
Wow. Mm,
different, very, very big range and
mm, mm,
so many different
mm,
careers, so many different
mm,
careers. You have students. I have so many maybe studying in poly or
mm,
uni. Other students also that they are in army also. I have so many students
mm.
who are they started learning when they are in BMT, okay, which was very
Oh, okay.
interesting. So they
Mm,
were in
mm, mm,
BMT, so we will do our lessons every weekend. And then
mm.
they will look at the charts whenever they are in the bunk in camp.
Oh,
I
okay.
have also had a student who was a captain in army, so he's a
Wow.
quite a high-ranking captain in army
See.
also.
Okay.
I have student who sells planes, private jet
Oh,
broker,
wow.
also very
Okay.
interesting. real
Oh.
estate agents, insurance
Mm,
agents.
mm, mm,
I have a
mm.
friend, I have a student, a friend of mine. He said his mom had stroke. So she had stroke
Oh.
already, then she don't
Mm.
want to continue working already lah. And then she want to find something else to learn. So I
Yes, yes.
also teach her in that
Mm,
way. I also have
mm.
students who are like, there was one a primary school English teacher also have.
Wow,
Very
okay.
busy, or she's very busy. And then
Yes,
I have
yes.
students from other countries also, Australia,
Mm,
Cambodia, Canada, in US. I had one Canadian student
mm,
before many years ago, and it
mm.
was every I remember our lesson was every Saturday 10 a.m. And
Oh, okay.
at that point of time when I was teaching that particular student, right, every Friday night I will go out with my friends to go and drink. So
Mm,
whenever we drink, right, I cannot
mm.
sleep until
Yeah. Mm,
10 a.m. So after we drink maybe 4 a.m., I will stay awake just to be
mm,
normal, and then I will
mm,
go and
mm,
teach him at 10 a.m. Yeah, so
mm.
so many different backgrounds. I have students who are also bankers, work in banks,
Wow.
auditors,
Mm.
accountants. Um,
Oh. But
uh,
yet, do they have common traits when it comes to trading? Like common mistakes or psychology. I would say maybe not mistake, but the psychology aspect
yeah,
when
yeah.
it comes to trading. Yeah.
I would say, okay, honestly, right, the ones that really make it out is the ones that really have discipline. That's something
Oh,
that
all
I
right.
really
Okay.
see.
Agree, agree.
Very simple things are that,
Mm,
for example, they always go to the gym.
mm,
Like every day they got a gym, they got a certain routine, like workout, they watch their diet and all these things, right? It will
mm.
reflect to their trading also. Because when they
Yes.
trade, they're also very disciplined. The way that
Mm,
they take their trades, the way that they
mm,
journal their trades, very disciplined.
mm,
Or students that like to go every day need to go and run, every day need to exercise. This
yes.
very
Mm,
simple part of
agree.
your lifestyle, right?
Mm,
It changes
mm,
a lot. You know,
mm,
like let's say for me also, you see why at the point of time when I was in army and when I was opening my office, it was challenging, but I could do it, right? Because it was very disciplined routine. Every day I'm waking
mm,
up at a certain timing, 9 a.m.
mm,
And
mm,
then during that 9 to 5, I also gym. At the point of time, I also started to gym.
mm,
Um, and then it was just a very routine based uh
mm,
every day. And that's why I would say I think discipline is this trait that
mm,
is really the strength of a trader. Those
mm,
people that are not disciplined, right? That's
mm,
where I would really say a lot of things will go wrong. Because if you have no
mm,
discipline, there's no consistency. You
mm,
don't have even like the thing is what happens. You see for us we trade. It's only 1 hour of our day, 1 to 2 hours
mm,
during the New York session.
mm,
But it doesn't mean that that's the most important part of the day. You need to understand that whatever happens before that, your normal part of the day is also very important because it's
mm.
your lifestyle. How is your
Yes.
lifestyle also?
Mm,
So I think that's also very,
mm,
very important. No? Yeah.
mm. Correct, correct. Actually, I agree with you. The
Yeah.
discipline part. Yeah.
Correct.
This is what I was when I was coaching my interns. Yes,
Yeah.
everybody I say that. And it really reflects in work,
Correct.
and in trading. Yeah, I agree with you. Whatever in their work they reflected in their trading. Yeah,
Mm.
the results and all that. It is that
It
is the
will follow.
consistency part. Yes,
It
it
will
follow. That's
follow.
the consistency part.
Yeah.
And if they are not disciplined to change their approach or methods or behavior,
Mm.
then they are not cut out too. I agree with
Not
you.
cut off.
Then don't need to waste time.
I
Yeah,
think
correct. Don't need to
it's
waste
the
time.
same thing. Trading is also the same thing for business, right?
Correct,
Business
correct,
also, if
correct.
you starting out a business or you're running a
Mm,
business, you need to be disciplined every single day and be
yes,
consistent every single day, right? You
yes,
cannot think that, oh,
yes.
today I put in so much work means I must earn this much by today, But you need to
Mm,
understand that every day if you do it right, eventually
mm.
it will follow,
Yes,
You
yes,
just
I
need to
agree
put
with you.
in, it's the same
Yes.
thing as trading, you see, for
Mm,
me,
mm,
trading, because I risk 1% per trade and I take 1:1. So it's technically plus 1% every day, right?
mm, mm.
It's the same thing like business also. You need, or in
Yes,
life, every day you need to put at least plus one. Because you plus
yes,
1% every day with whatever you do, right? Eventually you will see at the end the consistency and the gains overall, right, will be there. If
yes.
let's say you go to the gym just every day, like you don't, even sometimes you feel lazy, okay? Sometimes you feel tired. If you still go, right, at least you went there,
Mm,
you did
mm,
something. And eventually, if you look after 1 month, after 2 months, you'll see the difference. And that's
Mm,
something that also reflects to trading. But for me also, I'm also guilty of in the last 8 years, right, running a business and also trading. Some days I also will feel lazy. Some days I'll feel
mm,
unmotivated. It's very normal
mm.
one. It's very
Yes,
normal
yes.
for,
We're
for all
still
these one.
human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still human, ma, right? We
Mm,
will still have emotions.
mm.
Maybe so many experiences like maybe family problems or maybe uh break up with girlfriend or
Yes,
maybe
correct.
argue with
Yeah,
the
I
wife or
agree.
maybe the children don't know what happened. Or
Mm,
I've
mm.
also so many students that they text me, hey bro, I lost my job. Then the psychology go haywire already. You
Yeah.
know?
Mm,
Yeah, so
mm,
many, so many different things. But you see why
mm,
discipline is that the reason why discipline is so important, right? Because no matter how unmotivated or how lazy you are, right? If you got discipline, right, it doesn't matter whether you're motivated or not. You cannot,
true.
motivation is
Mm,
only for the start. It's for you to
mm,
to start going. But
mm,
if you
mm,
continue to be disciplined and consistent, right? No matter if today I don't feel like doing it, right? But you know that you're disciplined, you will still go and do it.
mm.
Yeah. So that's why I
Agree,
think
agree.
discipline is something that is very important.
Cool.
But yeah, for
Yeah.
both of us also, yeah,
Mm,
some days we will feel lazy, some days we will have our emotions. Some days we will feel down, some days we will be sick, right? Sick, that one is no choice also, right? So I've
yeah.
been sick also the last few days. Or
But if
sometimes we
it's
go,
emotionally or really physically down, I thought then maybe we should, it's not an excuse, but yes, it's time to take a break.
yeah, we can take a break.
Because I don't know
Yeah,
whether, yeah, that is
exactly.
it's not because, yeah, it's not because of that discipline, but that is like
Exactly.
exception. Yeah, there's exception when
Exactly.
we're really like, we cannot take it because if we take it,
Yeah,
then we cannot. If we really cannot focus, I think the
correct.
chances of probability of winning is really low.
Correct. So we have to
Yeah,
also take a break. Everyone needs to understand that you also need to take a break once in a while here
correct.
and there. You also have to go and take a break. Like let's say for me also, simple things like okay, from Monday to Friday, everyone knows that on Tuesday is like for me off because Tuesday, right,
Mm.
I play football at night.
Oh,
Um,
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so Tuesday I play football at night, and then after that I want to go and enjoy, go and eat with my friends and all these things. So I just tell myself, okay, Tuesday I don't trade. Tuesday I don't
Mm,
trade. I just shut off my mind with whatever things because I just want to enjoy that day. So if you want to take one day off from a certain week, right? And
mm,
then it makes you feel better with your
mm,
mind, right? Then why not? Like for me, I tell
mm,
myself Tuesday is either +1% or -1% only, what, right? If I
mm,
lose, then
mm,
minus
mm.
one. If I win, it's only +1%. I can find the 1% tomorrow,
True, agree.
right?
Mm,
So
mm.
I feel that there should be a balance. There should be a balance because you also have your own family, you have your own hobbies, you have your own different things, right? And if you just keep focusing on trading or your business every single time, if there's no balance, then what's the point? You
Yes,
know,
correct, correct.
you'll go insane on. You will definitely go
Mm,
insane.
yeah,
So you
I
need
think
to
so.
find
Yeah.
something that can help
Mm,
you in that way. Yeah,
mm,
that's
mm,
what I
mm,
feel.
That's good. That's good. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's good. Yeah. Just curious that just now you mentioned a 60-year-old senior
Yeah.
will be attracted to will he
Yeah.
be saying, grandson, come and, why not you just trade for me instead?
He did, he
I
did
don't know.
he
Huh?
eventually he went to ask me, bro,
Yeah, did he ask you?
his son wants to learn, but his son maybe a bit busy. But eventually the
Oh.
son haven't learned yet. But he told me that his son wants to learn also.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm,
But I
mm.
think those
Or
older
maybe he's trying
people,
to sieve out for his son.
yeah. But very different, very different. I would say the older
Uh,
people, maybe those 50, 60 plus year olds that want to learn, right? They're
mm,
not really in it for the money anymore. They just
mm,
want
mm,
to
mm, mm,
kind of work their brain, try to
mm.
learn something new, like learn a skill.
Maybe make their
Just
brain still active,
correct.
yeah?
Just feel good,
Mm,
oh. Just feel good. So I
mm,
will go
mm,
and talk
mm,
to them. They're not really focused on making profits and all these things. Very different. So with the different age
yeah.
groups, right, you'll realize that it's very different. Maybe like what I told you, those people that are maybe having very successful full-time jobs already, maybe earning
Mm,
high four figures or five figures, right? And they want to
sure.
learn trading. The way that they trade is also very different. The way that they
Oh,
trade is very side hustle already. They want to learn.
yes,
And if it
yes.
works, they manage to get a bit of money out of it, then okay. Like they don't have to earn so much out of it because they're not planning to do
Correct.
that full time also, what, right?
Mm,
Then
mm,
you have
mm,
the younger ones who
mm,
are maybe 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, right? That's the
mm,
one that
mm,
really all in on trading because they have no other commitments. Then
mm.
that's where they really, yeah. So different age groups also have their different kind of ways that they trade and different individuals. So the way that you trade, right? Even though the strategy is the same, but the way that you trade can also be different. You know, if let's say you're
Correct.
the kind of person that wants to just earn a little bit out of it, right, as a side hustle, then that's where, oh, you risk lesser, you take lesser trades a month, you know, higher quality trades, then that's fine. You know,
Yes,
then those
yes.
people that really want to make it very, very big, then that's where they really have to put in their focus. Um, yeah, so very
Mm,
different, very different
mm,
system. So that's why
mm,
you see, for me as a coach, because I've seen so many different people already, right? So I know how to kind of advise them each individual
mm,
already. Yeah, so
mm,
that's the
mm.
thing about
That's good.
having a coach that has experience versus someone
Mm,
that has no experience, right? How are they
mm.
going to advise you?
Correct,
They
correct.
cannot advise you,
Fair
right?
enough.
You
Mm,
give them
mm.
a problem. We don't even
Yes.
talk about a trading problem. We talk about a
Mm,
life problem, right? And
mm.
trading as a training coach, right? You cannot just be a coach on the trading wise. You need to be a coach
Agree.
in life also, right? You need to
Yes,
show
yes.
be a good role model for them also, right? So that's
Yes,
something that I
correct,
also
correct.
learned over the years. Like at the very start, because I was young, right? 21 years old, 22 years old, the money that I made from trading and all these things, I would go party, go drink. The
Mm,
lifestyle was very
mm,
different at that point of
mm,
time. Every day I would go and have fun,
mm,
you know.
mm,
Yeah, so those were the good times. But eventually I realized that I had my fun already, and I just want to change my lifestyle and be a better role model for people, lor. So that's where I
mm.
really cut
Correct.
all my habits already, all the vices, anything that you can think of, I stop everything already. Yeah,
Wow,
so now
okay.
I'm just like
Mm,
just chill, you know. Yeah, very chill, like very active lifestyle. Like to cook, you know, like to do very wholesome things, and
oh,
that's
okay.
why I can advise people. You know, like those people
Mm,
that are young, all my young students
mm,
who are 17, 18, right? I will tell them these are all my mistakes that I did when I was young also. So you
mm,
cannot make these mistakes. Like I
mm,
want you to experience life also. Like, you
mm.
know, when you make money, your lifestyle becomes better, you can spend a bit more money here and there, right? Okay,
Yes.
I think it's fine. You enjoy is also very important, but you need to
Yes,
know that
correct.
there's a limit, you know. And because you're
Mm,
young, right? And something that I want to advise them also is not to go and throw all your money uh spending. You know, you need to also
correct.
think about the future, because if I were to tell
Mm,
myself also when I was 21 years old, right,
mm,
I would definitely go and have better financial management when I was 21. Because if I did when I was 21, I tell you right now, it will be a very different, it will also be
mm.
very, very different. But you know, but
True.
these are the things that I learned also, right? So
Mm,
these are the things
mm,
that I also go and advise them.
mm.
You know, so you see, I have the spectrums of two different worlds. You know, like for me also,
Yes.
not say that I was brought up from a rich family also. You know, like my parents were also working, right? And
Mm,
I also can see that, okay, what it's like to be growing up in that working class family. Or let's say
mm,
when I was in school, right, I have so many friends, classmates who are very like unfortunate lah, their
mm,
family. So I can also see
mm,
how it is for them. And I've also seen like the like rich people also, you know, like
mm,
I've also seen the richest of the richest. I mean, I have good friends who like families are billionaires also, you know. So I know the spectrum of everyone. So
mm,
I can advise people in a way that, you know, like I know all these different experiences. Because if
mm,
you have some mentor that maybe is like rich from the very start already, he don't know what it's like to
mm.
be poor.
True, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's why.
uh,
So
yeah,
you're
so
really
I know how
mature
to balance
and
myself.
yeah, this is really good. I think the key is that you really can empathize because
Yeah,
it's really different walks of life and different age group, different
correct,
gender, different
correct.
yeah seniority. But it is that when we come together, sometimes even though that we are on the senior side, but
Mm.
sometimes we have a chat with a really fresh and young, perspective. It
Yeah,
can really make us have a new refresh perspective also. So
correct.
why not? So I think
Yeah,
this is really cool because
yeah,
like you pointed out something is not just trading and be profitable, but it is like leading the correct lifestyle
correct.
and yeah, and whatever how we lead our lifestyle, it will be reflected in the trading
Yes,
results. Yeah, and how we manage that risk management, the money management, and eventually the results
yes,
management. Because
yeah,
when we really have that profits, we should continue to stay humble,
yeah,
which is that yeah, I think that's good also for the coach. Is like yeah, like what you mentioned.
yes.
I believe you don't jump ahead, but you
Mm.
listen. So
Yeah.
that's important. We listen and then we can then, highlight, oh, maybe you should look at the other perspective, have a switch. Yeah, you said the right thing. So okay, we just need a reminder sometimes
Yeah.
that yeah, we can still, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
For you also, I
Right.
learned a lot. Another thing that I learned a lot from you is at your age already, and I can
My
see
age.
how hardworking you are every day.
Oh, really?
It's
Huh?
also
Okay, you
something that
can feel it.
I also cannot imagine myself. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really a very different level, very, very different level from when you told me that your story also from where you started until now, right? It looks like
mm.
you never stopped at all.
Yeah, I'm quite a workaholic, I think so.
Yeah, it really is. Like seriously, it's very it's quite crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite crazy. Correct, correct.